Carpenter, has published 2 books. I mean, she's the real deal. I love that you love that iReach ladder, Linda. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, what I want to do for you next is save you money on some home heating bills. It is cold out there in Florida. It's been in 40 degrees. And so I can only imagine what you're feeling out there and how expensive it is to heat and warm your home. Well, we're going to take care and do something called zone heating. Maybe just heat the rooms that you most often populate with the prettiest furnace I've ever presented here at HSN. It's from Warm Living. It became a customer pick at $129.95. Today, we've got it at $99. It's on free shipping and handling. And if you want to break it down into monthly payments, you can get it home for $19.99. I presented this the other day. I think that in my years at HSN, it's been the prettiest option because a lot of times these zone heaters are not very pretty to look at, and you have pride in your home. You want it to look pretty. You don't want it to look like an eyesore. This looks like a beautiful little vintage furnace. This is your antique white. We also have it available for you in your black, or you can go ahead and pick it up in that gray. It weighs 13 pounds, but don't let that weight fool ya. We are offering more than 1,200 square feet of heat and coverage. And to tell us all about it, he's one of our home improvement experts. His name is Kerry McNally. And Kerry, I told you the other day, it's the prettiest one I've ever presented. And it really, this is the coldest studio we have at HSN. It's actually pleasant in here. It's shocking.
It's PP, it's 2P, or P squared.
Okay.
It's pretty and it's powerful because at just 13.5 pounds, 15 inches tall, it produces enough heat to warm a space that's 1,200 square feet. 1,200 square feet. The average basement, whether it's finished or unfinished, is 1,000 square feet. Yeah. The average home in the United States is 1,400 square feet. But if you have a co-op or a condominium like I do, it's right around 1,000 square feet with 2 bedrooms and 2 baths. This thing packs a wallop. And most importantly, especially for you ladies out there, is infrared heating technology will never take the moisture out of the air. This is a traditional space heater that's a coil space heater, right? It's non-infrared. It makes noise when you turn it on. It smells sometimes when you fire it up. And it takes all the moisture out of the room. An infrared heat heats you subcutaneously. What does that mean? From the inside out. If you're out on a winter's day and you're freezing, but then you step into the sun, you ever notice how it warms you to the core from the inside out? That's what this does. It has amazing safety features. It was a customer pick and wildly popular at $130.
The high price, I know.
Right, and now here it is. Get it home for 20 bucks. Now, I have a new demo for you, Les.
Yeah, what are you gonna show me?
We're both journalists, right?
Yeah.
So this is called heat-sensitive film.
Ooh, I love those.
Right?
Very cool.
So here's what I'm gonna do. So here you can see it's actually absolutely black, and it's sitting right on top of the unit. Now watch what happens if I take this out to about 3 or 4 feet in front of this unit. Watch the film. You ready? Can you guys see it at home?
There it is.
Isn't that wild?
How cool is that?
It goes from green and then to blue and then to dark blue. And then if I take it away from the heat, or if I put it out here on top, it immediately starts to go dark again.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Look at this, watch this.
There it goes.
And that gives you an idea. If I put it right on top of the unit, you can tell it's not hot at all. But watch what happens if I just float it right over this area. It changes color.
So that's
Isn't
the
that
thing, because you see something like, it's so pretty to look at. You know, you might be like, well, really? It's probably just more home decor. No, this thing is powerful enough to heat up a 1,200 square foot room. So, you know, maybe you've got an older home, or maybe like me, you got a home with a lot of windows and it's really bright and beautiful, but guess what? When the temperatures drop, it is freezing. Maybe you have an old home, right?
Absolutely,
and
drafty.
those are ridiculous to try to keep. I know that when I lived in New Jersey, my father would say, put on a sweater. I'm not doing it up.
I grew up on Long Island in a huge house that was built in the 20s, and I was raised by a single mom, and she always taught us that being frugal is a sign of intelligence. And in the wintertime, we closed rooms off. We closed the den down. We closed 3 of the bedrooms upstairs, and I had to go downstairs in the morning, in the winter, and light the kerosene stove. You don't have to worry about that. With this, safety features are abound, right? So let's take the black one here, because you can really see the glow of the 10 infrared bulbs. Now, if this were to fall, I call this a pendulum cutoff switch. Okay. Right? So it senses that it's tipping, and before it hits the ground, it will shut off, and I'm gonna be quiet so you can actually hear it turn off. But watch the ambers, and I'm not gonna touch anything, I'm not gonna use any remotes or anything like that. Just gonna turn this over as if it's gonna fall. You hear it? Click.
There it is.
And here they go. There they go out. It would have been out before it ever hit the deck. Wow. Now it also knows it'll swing back, the pendulum will, when it's right side up again, and I can go ahead and just lean over and turn it right back on.
And here's the thing, you do get the remote control included. It is the prettiest. It's not a heater, it's actually a furnace, and it's providing you not that heat that makes us feel uncomfortable and dry and parched. It's that infrared heat, which really warms you to the core and to the soul. Remember, we've got it in the antique white, which is just gorgeous, very cottage-like look, very shabby chic. It is our most limited. We also have it in the black, and then we also have it in the gray. I love the idea of heating the most popular room you like, right? So most of us normally hang out in one room.
Yeah, it's usually
For me, it's the kitchen.
It's the living room, kitchen area. That's what
Right?
I have. I have the living room. I have like sort of the bar where everybody sits and eats, and then I have the kitchen behind that, and that's a huge space. This is going to heat a space up to 1,200 square feet.
Right.
And just to give you an idea, completely cool to the touch.
Heat.
This is a laser thermometer that they use in the kitchens here. Wolfgang Puck uses this to check the temperature of food. The top of this is less than body temperature. It's 95 degrees. But now watch what happens when I aim it at this part of the unit. Can you guys see that at home?
There it is.
402.
Wow.
It is a furnace. It will keep you warm. And let's talk about the rubber where it meets the road. If you zone heat, and you can look this up at the departmentofenergy.org. If you zone heat, for every 5 to 10 degrees you turn the thermostat down, you're saving hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Think about that. So if you think 62 would be really uncomfortable, that would just be uncomfortable. I'm not gonna do that. Turn it down to 62. Take the zone heating challenge right now. Then turn this mini furnace up to 72. And wouldn't you know it, your room is gonna be 72 degrees. Wow. But you're gonna be using either 1,500 watts of power or 900 watts of power, or on Eco, it'll just keep the room at 68 degrees. That's like running a small appliance like a hair dryer. It's not using that much electricity at all, and conversely, you're not firing up the oil, the gas, or the electric
and so
force
Carrie,
there.
I could just zone heat my bedroom because that's where I want it toasty. Or I can zone heat that hot bathroom. Of course, you keep it away from the shower. But you know, nobody wants to take a shower in a cold bathroom.
Oh, no.
You know, I could zone heat maybe just the baby's room. My house, I was telling you the other day, you know, my room gets piping hot, but then where the baby's cribs are, it's freezing because of all the windows in there. I would purchase this and just to put it in that one cold room in the house. It's zone heating, and it saves us money. If you'd like to place your order today, remember, it became a customer pick at $130. We've got a great price break today. It's $99.95. You can place your order at 619-780. It's 5 months to pay it off. So for a $20 bill,
that's it.
Imagine the hundreds of thousands of dollars you're gonna save throughout the years with this one purchase.
And when this was $130, I sent 3 of them right out the door. One to my dad. He's a great grandfather. He's part of the greatest generation. He's 93. He loves it. I sent one to Fran, my eldest brother who lives in New Hampshire, and I sent another one to a dear friend of mine out in Montauk on Long Island. It's bitterly cold all around the country. I want to show you the technology that's built in here real quick because we only have about 2 minutes left. So there's a locking device. So if you say 74 is the number and you want to lock it, you lock it. Here is your fan switch. Now you've got high at 1,500 watts, you have medium at 900 watts, and you have Eco. Will just keep the room temperature at 68, up and down pretty safe. And how about this? You see this little clock? You can set this within a 12-hour period to turn on and or off whenever you'd like. So if you get up bright and early at 6:30 every day and it's freezing in that kitchen and you just hate going in there to turn the coffee machine on, set this to turn on at 6:15. Conversely, if you get home every night at 6 p.m., have this thing fire up at 5:45 p.m. You have all the control in the world.
So cool.
And it's all there. And all of that will also be operated by a universal remote. So if you get more than one of these, it doesn't matter if these remotes get mixed up or misplaced, they'll all work for any of the units.
It is so pretty, but it is also powerful. It is not just a pretty, you know, piece of home decor. It is actually going to work and save you money on your heating bills. And I know it's very cold. And you know, I know that spring is coming early, according to Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah, exactly.
But let me tell you, it doesn't feel that way.
It's May 26th.
I know.
By the way.
I mean,
it's
think
May.
about it.
Okay, so we've got all of February.
Think of all the money you
all
can
of March,
save.
all of April until we get to the first day of spring. So again, this is, if you're just tuning in, this is heat sensitive film, okay? So when it's cold, it's super dark, right? It's super dark. This gives you an idea of the temperature above the unit. Now what happens, I just start to float this. sort of right over.
There it is.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
Isn't
because
that
it's
cool?
propelling that wonderful heat. Remember, this
Isn't that
is
wild?
that amazing infrared heat, so you really feel it deep down. And who knew? Because it's so pretty. I wanted to tell you it's 14 inches in the length, 10.5 wide, only 15 high, but don't let her size fool you. She works, and that's what made her a customer pick at HSN.
This mini's a monster.
Yeah, as the antique white is the most limited right now. If you want that one, please place your order. It's just 20 bucks. We'll ship it out to you. It's item 619780. Carrie, they are shipping me away.
Thanks, Leslie.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, everybody.
I got something for you to cut your